Zucchini season has arrived. Whenever it's zucchini season, we always make some kind of delicious dish with zucchini or squash. Zucchini contains less moisture, while squash has more moisture. This determines which recipe to use and what to cook it with. Today we're making a delicious casserole, and to keep it from being too watery so it cooks faster and doesn't fall apart, we're using zucchini. So I'll need an onion, either take one large one or like me, two small ones. Slice the onion into thin quarter rings, just like this. All right, now for the zucchini. So zucchini is best for casseroles like this, they have less moisture, and when cooked, the casserole holds its shape better. You don't need to peel the zucchini, just wash it well and grate it on a coarse grater. Now cut up the chicken fillet. Just cut it into small random pieces like this. Just like that. Of course, you can use ready-made ground meat and make it with that. But for some reason, when you use ground meat, there's more juice and moisture. Chicken fillet is drier, so it's better suited for casseroles. Add greens like parsley, dill, or green onion. Just a little bit. If you don't have fresh herbs, but have dried ones, go ahead and use those. But this is a seasonal casserole, so you want fresh herbs and fresh zucchini. That's precisely why I take them straight from the garden, as they say, fresh from the earth itself. Now, add the greens, onion, and chopped fillet to the zucchini. If you don't have fresh zucchini available and are instead using regular yellow squash, be absolutely sure to thoroughly squeeze out any excess moisture from it. Squash contains a lot of liquid, so to keep the casserole from getting watery or falling apart, now take some salt and carefully season everything very well and thoroughly. For spices, use paprika, dried garlic, and pepper. If you like, you can also add any other favorite spices. Now mix everything together with the spices and onion. So look closely, just finely chop the fresh onion like this, carefully, and then thoroughly mix everything together very well so it gradually becomes a bit more uniform and consistent in texture. Add 3 heaping tablespoons of sour cream. Any fat content will do. Just use whatever sour cream you have at home. Now add some cheese, about 100 grams, and 2 eggs. I crack them right in here like this. Now mix everything together with the eggs and cheese. Next, take regular flour. I use 2 heaping tablespoons of flour. Don't add more because the flour is just to bind everything a little, but there shouldn't be too much of it. And that's basically it. It's ready. Preheat your oven to 200 degrees. Now we're going to bake it. You can bake it in any kind of dish. I use a springform pan that's 20 centimeters in diameter. I always line the bottom with foil because sometimes parchment lets a bit of moisture through, and to avoid having to wash the baking tray afterwards, I use foil just to make things easier for myself. Now transfer everything into the pan like this. Press it down very well so that there are absolutely no empty spaces remaining within the casserole. Cover the entire top surface of the casserole with these leftover parchment paper edges so it doesn't burn as much before it truly starts to bake through completely. I bake it for approximately 40 minutes at a temperature of 180 degrees Celsius. I put it into a well preheated oven at 200 degrees, then lower it to 180. After about half an hour, I check the casserole. I see whether it has set or not. I open the parchment and brush a little sour cream on top. You can skip this step or do it, it's up to you. Just judge by how it looks. If it looks nice, even and golden, I don't brush anything on. If I feel like it could use a bit more browning or freshness, then I brush on some sour cream with a spoon. Some people use mayonnaise instead. Check your casserole because every oven bakes differently. Some tend to dry things out more than others. That's it. Around 40 minutes is enough. The main thing is not to overbake or burn it. I still have about 10 minutes left to bake my casserole, 15 at most. I'll brush the top with some sour cream. Adjust the layer of sour cream to your liking. You can use more or less. It's not a problem if there's a lot of sour cream. That's fine too. I don't cover it anymore. If you do cover it, the top just won't brown as much. Here's how the casserole turned out. After it's done, let it sit and rest for an hour. Then you can serve it. So let's try and see how our casserole turned out. It's very, very juicy. Let it rest for about an hour after it's done, then serve. You can add all sorts of other vegetables to this kind of casserole. But I think this classic version is really, really delicious. It's very tender, very juicy. It's just as good the next day. What do? If it's not too hot, you can leave it out on the kitchen table. But if it's really hot, put it in the fridge. Usually gets eaten within 2 days. That was today's recipe. Be sure to give it a try. Enjoy your meal. Like, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Bye!